This is Phil Lamar, and you are listening to the Geekcast Radio Network.
I know what you mean, Ferb. It does seem like more than 104 days.
Hello and welcome to episode 99 of Palka, brought to you by the Geekcast Radio Network. I am one of your hosts, Steve Joe and Mike. Joining me once again, as always, is Pecan Court Michael.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going. Sometimes I wish it would stop, but it's going. Today is the 99th day of summer, and this means it is the day that GCRN finds out all about Doof 101. We then celebrate Father's Day, not in the summer, because this is the middle of winter. Hell, winter just showed up today, finally. We got snow. About friggin' time.
Don't get so excited.
It's like 3 weeks late.
I don't want it to show up.
No, it needs to get here. We need to get rid of this heat. We need to get rid of this summer burn. We need to have this winter freeze. Thank you very much. Let's see. And then it's all about Operation Crumb Cake with Isabella and her feelings for Phineas. And finally, we deal with Mandace. God.
That would be the giant Mantis episode. Right?
So, Michael, are you ready to jump on the roller coaster of a ride that is the podcast organization without a cool acronym?
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. That's right.
To think I wanted to come back to school for a sense of normalcy.
Good morning, people. As you know, there have been some staff changes. If you'll sit down, I will introduce you to your new science teacher,
Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz is here on a trial basis.
Yeah, now we already had the trial. The judge gave me a choice of doing hard time or community service, so here I am, ready to impart upon these young, sponge-like minds all my vast knowledge of science. That's right. Regular old science. No evil at all. In fact, I've crossed out the word evil whenever it appears in my old textbooks, so this should be a piece of cake.
All right, Doof 101. Dr. Doofenshmirtz is sentenced to community service for being evil, and much to his daughter Vanessa's chagrin, he is assigned to teach her science class at her school. Meanwhile, a trio of bugs embark on a journey to become the first insects to communicate with Ow. My head hurts. Okay, I understand because the name of the episode is Doof 101, so I understand Doof is going to be the A story here. Usually he's the B story.
Yeah.
Sometimes he can be the C story, but very rarely is Doof the A story. But, the kids have no consequence. A story, Doof. B story, bunch of bugs that try to communicate with humans. Are you friggin' kidding me? Look, don't get me wrong. J.K. Simmons is awesome. And welcome Gynats to everybody who's listening to the podcast. But, no, we didn't need that.
It was, I'm like, why are we in the middle of this season and they're introducing new characters that, no, they die in the end. It's spoilers. I'm sorry.
Well,
no, they didn't die. They were still alive.
Barely.
They just bivouacked all over everything.
I don't even want to know. I started saying a stupid saying today, and I'm like, oh my god, no, stop.
What? I gotta go take a bivouac? Get a bivouac all over myself?
That's almost as bad as you not having any Riz.
I got all the Riz.
I know cap. You do. I know.
No cap. I got the Riz. I am the Rizzler. I am the Rizzling Jones.
Oh my god, no you didn't.
Just ask my wife. She'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god. So this first premiered February 6th, 2015, so we are way past spoilers, folks. If you haven't seen this by now, what the ferb is wrong with you?
What the ha-ha? So,
see?
I was wondering where the heck the boys were. We got 3/4 of the way through this episode, and I'm like, these kids are not going to show up at all, are they? This is just a Doof episode.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. I like the occasional Doof-centered episode, and I really liked the idea that he was he was sentenced to community service, and he has to teach a class. But yeah, this was very much against the grain. But I still liked it. I like Tales of Science Gone Bad.
Yes.
is essentially what we had here. I liked seeing Vanessa in episodes, and it was almost more of a Vanessa episode than a Doofenshmirtz episode, to be honest.
Yeah, the Doof.
She was front and center.
Oh yeah, she's got this giant emo lizard ape ex-boyfriend. I mean, how can you not be front and center when your giant lizard ape whatever ex-boyfriend? They
barely dated. They barely dated.
They sigh.
Yeah,
like,
don't whine.
Get over it. Get over
Girls
it.
don't like whiners.
Yeah, get over it, Johnny. And I love it is this episode, right? With the teacher, or no, the teacher's saying he's got his eye. Is it this one, or
that's
is it
the principal? No, the principal.
Okay.
My eye on you. Yeah. I'm watching you, and then he walks out into the closet. Yeah, my eye on you.
Okay, so then I'm thinking of the other episode then, because the guy with the crush on Charlene, is that the principal or is that somebody else?
That's the principal. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. And
pretty sure.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, because the principal is essentially Ed Rooney, quite literally, almost. Not exactly to the the extent of Ed Rooney, but May Jeffrey Jones rest in hell, but it is what it is.
Not nice.
He wasn't. From what I've heard, he wasn't a nice person.
Before we get too deep down the rabbit hole, I was going to bring up Gary Cole, who I did not recognize.
Yes,
as the voice of Principal Lang, and his secretary, Mrs. Pierpont, was Jennifer Grey.
Yep.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
That's right.
There are no corners involved here. But and honestly, I didn't recognize her name either, or her voice either.
She has like 3 lines.
Yeah.
And only getting 3 lines or 2 lines or 4 lines, like you don't have a whole conversation with a voiced character. It's going to be like sometimes you can lickety split, you can pick up Corey Burton Shockwave as Long Arm Prime / Shockwave in Transformers Animated because it's obvious.
Obvious.
But this was literally, she had, I think part of her conversation, if I remember correctly, was right. She's divorced, right? And he's like, "Oh, that doesn't matter." And I'm like, "She's divorced, you idiot! Go get if you really want Charlene Doofenshmirtz, I'm sure you could go at least make an attempt here."
She has very high standards. She's got very rich taste,
But yet she gives all her money, for all her rich taste, she gives all her money to a schmuck evil scientist for an ex-husband. Really?
That's child support.
That's not... No, it's not child support. That's not... Vanessa's out supporting herself at this point. I mean, I don't know.
So speaking of voices, J.K. Simmons as the lead bug.
Yep, as Napoleon.
Which I really like J.K. Simmons. I love his voice. Usually, I can pick it out almost immediately. This time, I didn't pick it out immediately. I knew it was a voice I recognized, and I said, "Wow, where do I remember this guy's voice from? It's right here. It's right here." And
if Spider-Man doesn't want to be famous, I'll make him infamous.
That's exactly what it was like.
Yeah, really, really bad J.K. Simmons on my part, but I mean, literally, I'm looking right at the guy. I've got the J. Jonah Jameson Funko Pop in my hand. Spider-Man, threat or menace? Dun, dun, dun.
Cave Johnson. From Portal 2 is another one of my favorite J.K. Simmons roles.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon. Oh, good.
I was going to say other bugs. There was Josh Gad.
As Wendell.
And, Josh Gad, he's got one voice. He does one voice.
Yep. Yeah, and
Olaf.
yeah, and I could have done like J.K. Simmons and Stephen Root, Napoleon and Floyd. That's all you needed here. You did not need Wendell whatsoever.
I barely
Wendell-
heard Floyd. Floyd was just like,
Oh no, I heard 2 seconds of Floyd. Oh, dude. This whole episode is an Office Space reunion between Gary Cole and Stephen Root. That's Milton, man.
oh, yeah, you're right. It is Milton.
Yep. Go on my
That's-
stapler.
That is funny.
That is funny. Absolutely, it is.
They probably tried to shoehorn some other people in there, but
No, I don't think so.
Josh Gad wasn't in Office Space, was he? I don't know.
No, thank God. If he was, I wouldn't love that movie. Don't you dare. How dare you insult that
He
movie?
would have been like 10 in that movie. He's-
God. Yeah, if there's one person in Hollywood right now that I could do without, it's Josh Gad.
You know, he was just in a TV series about his girlfriend being a werewolf, and I honestly liked that. I can't remember the name of it right now, but his girlfriend turns out to be a werewolf, and I was like,
Snowman.
this is-
I know the name of the show. Snowman's girlfriend turns out to be a werewolf.
Oh, man. So look, I've been eaten alive by a werewolf.
That's right.
But,
You know what the sad? You know what the sad thing is?
Hmm.
He's a year younger than me. He's only 43.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
But not old enough to be in Office Space, because he would have been like 10.
No, he would have been 19.
How long
I
ago
would-
was Office Space?
25 years ago. This year's the 25th anniversary.
Oh my gosh. I'm old.
1999, man.
Came out in
1999.
99?
That's right. Party like it's 1999.
Oh my gosh.
Good old Office Space.
I'm old. All right.
He's older.
Whatever.
I'm old. He's older.
So yeah, good times. I again, you know, for what it was basically a Doof and Schmertz episode.
Yeah.
I
And then-
enjoyed it.
Yep.
I
Absolutely.
liked it. I didn't so much miss the boys at all. I thought that it was odd that they're introducing a lot of characters.
Yeah.
There were speaking roles for the teenage friends that may or may not have been around in previous episodes, and I'm like, and then there's Bugs. I'm just like, you know, they're being very creative all of a sudden. like what is going on with the series? Are they running out of ideas? Are they like, oh, you know what, this whole shtick that we've got here, it's hard to stick to. I think we're just gonna
Yeah.
chuck it for this 15 minutes. But I still enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah. I forgot that Winnie was Becky. Danica Keller is the voice of Becky, one of Vanessa's friends. So, gotta make a Wonder Years connection somewhere, folks.
She was not in Office Space.
No.
But she could have been. Didn't she got like a PhD? She's smart.
Probably.
Yeah. She's like an astrophysicist or something.
Probably. But no, I like this for the Doof thing. I honestly didn't miss the boys. I mean, they're bad landscapers anyway. But call back.
I'm trying to remember what they were doing. They were like making a playground. They were building.
Yeah.
They weren't even in the backyard. It's like, wait a minute, how is that going to disappear?
Well, it had no. Yeah, it had no.
Shouldn't Candace be here to bust them? I don't understand. What's going on here?
Literally, I'm scanning through the plot, and I see nothing about Du Bois whatsoever. Doofenshmirtz, John Patriot. Sally watches as Phineas and Ferb work on the latest project, making new improvements to the school's playground during recess. So, okay, they were there, but they were at some elementary school working on their playground.
Yeah.
That's what they were doing. I'm like, wait, what?
And they're like, from this high up, we can see the high school. Look how they look like they're having so much fun.
Yeah, absolutely. But like that's it.
Come on, guys. This is our only chance to make a good first impression.
Okay, it is like a half of a paragraph, or maybe a paragraph. No, it's a half a paragraph. It's a little blurb. It's kind of like the little blurbs I read at the beginning of every one of these things to tell you people, even if you don't go over to the Phineas and Ferb wiki, which you should, to find out the information yourselves. But the whole point of the podcast is to give you a little bit of the plot here. But yeah, it's like one paragraph of the entire plot synopsis. Everything else has to do with Doof and the bugs.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
But there's also Perry. Perry's in this too. Let's not discount Perry.
Well, I mean, when I say Doof, I mean, that should be obvious that Perry's going to be in with that. Like, I mean, that's the whole...
But he's helping this time. It's not,
exactly.
They're not fighting this. He's not punching him in the nose this time. They're actually teaming up.
Yeah, I think it would have been better if he did punch him in the nose at the end, though.
Maybe he should have. Yeah.
Maybe he should have. Yeah.
Maybe he should have.
Maybe he should have.
It's okay.
All right.
I would still give it a 3.
3? All right.
I enjoyed it. I did not enjoy it. It didn't rock my socks, but I mean, I really liked it.
Just for the Vanessa of it all, I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Well, she didn't sing.
No, if she had sung, it would have gotten a 4. If she and Candace had sung, it would have got a 5. Because I like it when they sing together.
I do too.
It's nice when they sing together. All right. Yes.
I was gonna say if school is starting at the high school, does that mean summer's over?
Kind of. But Doof does say, "Don't think about the timeline." In his opening song there, when he's singing the Doof 101 song, he says something about don't think about the timeline. He says something about, even though this is fall, I don't remember. I already clicked off the page. But,
man, now we're gonna need to see the transcript for that song now.
Well, I have the audio. I'm sure the audio's in here. Oh wait, I can't. Damn. Yeah.
Oh
podcasting.
No, here, look at the lyrics. I got the whole lyrics list right here.
Okay, well there you go. What you got, Mr. Songster?
I don't know. I forgot how how it went. The xenomorph technology, nanobite genetics, fusion cosmetology, alien prosthetics, questionable physics and mutational optometry, colloquial podiatry and deviant geometry. How do they sing this? Holy cow.
I couldn't tell you because I can't put it in the podcast. So podcasting has changed over the last 16 years, folks. It's bad and illegal to use fair use and put a half of a second of a clip of any song in any podcast if you don't own the copyright to do so.
It's fair use, man. Come on.
It doesn't work anymore, man. Literally, Steve. Yeah, no, it doesn't work anymore. Literally, Steve was showing me all these things because we've expanded the podcast where we publish all the podcasts, and he's putting like 90% of the catalog, the old catalog that we have, the 4,000 episodes we almost have, onto YouTube, and YouTube is like flagging every other video of certain one of our podcasts because it has, like a movie clip or a trailer or whatever. Yeah, and if the trailers have music in them, YouTube is going to flag that kind of stuff. Well, apparently, Pauka got flagged for having a quote with a tiny fraction. Like, that little stinger that at the end of every episode? I can't even use that anymore because it's music. So all of
it's fair use.
Doesn't
you
work.
Should be able to use 2 seconds of a clip if it illustrates your point.
Of a clip, yes. Of a vocal clip, yes. But I cannot use any songs. I cannot use any singing, so you people aren't going to... I'll put the link in the show notes so you guys can go over to YouTube or the Phineas and Ferb Wiki or wherever to watch Doof 101 and watch him sing his Doof 101 theme song, but I can no longer put the audio in the episodes unless it's just a spoken, like, well, that could have gone better. Like, I can do that. I can put the vocal clips in. I cannot put any music in anymore, or else we're going to get in trouble. And we don't get paid for this shit, so we ain't getting in trouble.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, now that people know a bit more about the how to make the pasta or the.
Well, you know, hey, I'm just telling you, folks. Like, literally, I can't, like. So for me, again, I know this is a side note, this is whatever, but we're in between Doof 101 and Father's Day.
Uh-huh.
How I've always done podcasts, and you know this, is that for a cartoon, I will put I'll have like one of our voice clips from whichever voice actor you're listening to, the Geekcast Radio Network, blah, 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 blah. I will then either put a clip or quote from one of the characters, like Doof or Vanessa or whatever, and then I will put the opening theme song to the show. And then at the end of the thing, I will put the closing stinger, just the stinger, not even the full whatever's at the end, not a full song. But the only full song I have only tried to use is the opening song of the Phineas and Ferb theme song.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do that. Just can't do it anymore because you don't own the copyright and fair use doesn't matter and YouTube doesn't give a shit and whatever. So in this episode,
automated.
folks.
Yeah,
well, that's the problem. Friggin' Google, friggin' Alphabet. Ugh, Google, Alphabet, and YouTube. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Anyway. No, don't. Think about that. Nope, I ain't saying nothing. All right. So... What people are probably going to hear at the beginning of episode 99 is most likely a Doof quote or a Doof clip or maybe a Vanessa clip or maybe a clip from Father's Day or Crumb Cake, or you're going to hear some sort of vocal clip. You would not have heard the opening theme song because I can't do it anymore. And I'm not getting in trouble over a podcast. I'm just not.
There you go.
Because then you people are going to have to, bail me out of podcast jail or whatever the hell.
We'll have to listen to you broadcast from prison.
That's not happening.
I'm too pretty to go to prison.
No, I'm too ugly to stay in prison. That's the problem. All right. Father's Day in the middle of winter.
Okay, bye-bye.
All this way just to give me broken shards of Potter. DAEHM23?
Well, that could have gone better. Why do I even bother, huh? At least there's one relationship in my life that's worked out pretty well. Thanks for coming along, Perry the Platypus. Let's go home. You are my rock.
With Perry's help, a distraught Doof tracks down the precious lawn gnome that was repossessed.
Repossessed?
Fucking talk. Yes, thank you. That was repossessed many years ago from his father in an effort to heal old wounds. Meanwhile, Phineas and Ferb build an antique biplane to fulfill their dad's dream for Father's Day. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
And casting we got
Malcolm McDowell.
Right. Yep.
His grandpa?
Yep. Malcolm McDowell's grandpa.
I forgot he was grandpa.
I didn't. I recognize Malcolm McDowell anywhere.
So what I loved most about this episode, well, number one, it's Father's Day, and being a father, I enjoy the Father's Day theme.
Mm-hmm.
But Richard O'Brien singing with Malcolm McDowell.
Yep.
How about that?
Yep.
Is that not a treat for everyone?
Yep.
It was amazing.
It was very, very awesome. It's about as awesome as Malcolm McDowell and James Earl Jones, may Darth Vader rest in peace, doing Sprint commercials.
Sprint honors Steve's Facebook post on our new network. I have tickets to the show. Anybody wants them? Message me.
I'll take them.
I said to message me, not post it in the comments. I disregard your request.
Come on, man.
No, follow private message procedures. You went rogue, now look at us. Having it out in the comment section.
Dude, you've turned into a monster.
You made me this way.
I love those.
You could dig one up and risk copyright infringement.
Luckily, that's only vocal. There's no music in that.
Oh, nice.
And,
all right.
and you damn right I'm going to put the commercial in here about Steve's Facebook post. I remember that like the back of my hand, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously. Steve and I did that in a live video show about a year ago. Like, I was trying to remember how it goes. He was one of the actors, I was the other one, and we were going back and forth, and I was James Earl Jones's part, because the way the commercial goes is at the end of it, James Earl Jones turns to Malcolm McDowell and goes, "Dude, you've turned into a monster." Malcolm McDowell comes back at him, "You made me this way." I love that ad. One of the best commercials ever.
Now I want to see it. I don't.
I'll show it to you after.
All right.
After the podcast. But yeah, Father's Day. This was a fun little romp, like you said. It's got the dads and the kids and the granddads and the Quirky Worky song and the Fletcher family flying circus.
It again, just a fun song. Richard O'Brien singing just makes me happy. I'm a huge fan.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. I was watching this with my wife, and I leaned over and I'm like, all right, so here's something you probably don't know. Richard O'Brien, who was Riff Raff in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, plays the dad. And she's like, oh, that's nice. And I'm like, no, you don't get it. He's singing. He's singing in this episode. Riff Raff is singing. He's like, oh yeah, that's nice. I'm like, he's like 72 now. I mean, he's still got it.
That's right. Of course, he's still got it.
It's
absolutely.
It's exciting though.
Yeah, it's fun.
Anyway,
and I really dig the whole Doof Vanessa. Do we ever know what Doof's dad's name is? I mean, all I know about Doof's dad is Vegas dish, whatever the fuck he says.
Don't move.
Yeah, well, I know that's what it means, but I was trying to.
It's funny because that actually showed up in the closed captioning.
Don't move.
I don't even have closed captioning turned on. It just showed up. Don't move. I was like, oh, that's funny. I didn't realize that's what he meant.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? We don't know who. Oh no, I did know. It's funny because I'm looking at the wiki here and it doesn't say who. Oh, D. Bradley Baker played Doof's dad. I was gonna say, yeah, it was D. Bradley Baker played the dad because he had a line. He said he was like, oh, your brother sent me this espresso machine and you sent me rubble.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm like, but he's there. He didn't just send you something. He traveled internationally to see you.
Yeah, he didn't, do the smart thing and use a trebuchet, but, a series of cannons works just as well, I guess. Except for that underwater one.
Missed it by that much.
Missed it by that much.
But, yeah. I thought that was funny. Not everyone's going to get that reference. You got to be an old guy to get that reference.
Yes, you got to be an old guy. A couple of old guys who don't want to be under the cone of silence at any time whatsoever. That thing never works. And yes, I am old enough to know what Get Smart is. Thank you. And I'm not talking about the Steve Carell crap. I'm talking about the real show with Inspector Gadget.
Oh my gosh, was there a Steve Carell version?
You don't remember the Steve Carell and Anne Hathaway Get Smart movie that came out about a decade and a half ago?
So.
Well, good for you then, because
I dig me some Anne Hathaway. You know what I was thinking was Inspector Gadget, because he was also the voice of Inspector Gadget.
Yep. Yeah, but missed it by that much. That's Maxwell Smart.
Yep.
Yeah, from 2008 filmed by Peter Siegel. Get Smart. It was I was right. Steve Carell, Anne Hathaway, The Rock, whatever. Alan Arkin, Terrence. Jarrell. Not Jarrell. Zod. No, Zod. Terrence Stamp. Zod is in that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Terrence Stamp.
The Chancellor.
And and then the late great James Caan was also in 2008's Get Smart.
All right. Well, sorry I missed it now.
I'm sure you can find it on.
Honestly,
whatever.
have no interest. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But yeah. So this was it's the heartfelt episode. I mean, there was a lot of love for your fathers in this episode, and like I said, as being a dad, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it was very, very good.
I enjoyed it.
All right, so you enjoyed it. What are you ranking it?
I'm looking at like a 4.
Cool. Same here. I really enjoyed it. Wasn't anything about it that I didn't like. So, yeah, it's about a 4. Good old 4 out of 5.
Sure.
All right, folks, it's time to get your crumb cake on, because it's time for Operation Crumb Cake, because Isabella's in love, don't you know?
We knew that.
Yeah, we kind of knew that, because, it's Isabella, and what do you expect?
Oh, did I really refer to him as my little crumb cake? Who does that?
So Isabella sends a letter to Phineas admitting her true feelings. However, she instantly regrets her decision and desperately tries to get it back. Meanwhile, Doof invents a unretrograding... Wow.
What?
That's a long answer. Unretrogradinator to reverse his bad luck. Now, this is the episode that I thought, haven't we done this crap before? Not the Isabella stuff, but because we do that every episode with her goo gogging over Phineas, which is fine.
Yeah.
But
it's a recurring theme.
The whole fast forward rewind thing, like Doof has some ray that hits everybody else, and they all fast forward rewind time and stuff and do stuff, and like Norm, like, I'm going to undo my dream catcher today. I'm going to unbrush my teeth. I'm going to go in backwards in time really, really fast, like Speedy Gonzales. I'm like, haven't we seen this already?
Have we?
Yeah. Oh,
sure.
What was the it was Run Candace Run. And yeah, Run Candace Run, because she undoes all of their invention during Run Candace Run. There have been other episodes like this where people have gone backwards and done things, so that automatically takes like 3 points off for me. I'm at a 2. I like the Isabella stuff. I think that's great. I think it's fun. I think it's cool. But the rest of it with the Doof thing is just no. Just no. Mm-mm.
Okay. All right.
Would you like a nice frosty beverage?
Hey, that's private!
I'm sorry. So I was looking actually to see who did the voice of Nana.
Oh, that's
Nana Shapiro.
Yeah.
Carol Kane.
Carol Kane, yep.
I'm not a witch. I'm your wife. Liar. Love Carol Kane. And I'm like, damn it, it's another one of those where it's like, I know that voice. I'm having a hard time placing it, but I know that voice.
Mm-hmm.
And it was her. I most recently saw her in Star Trek.
Yep.
And she's awesome.
And since this is a Fireside Girl episode, we have Ariel Winter as Gretchen and Diamond White as Holly.
You know, how many lines did they really get? Because I don't count them, actually. You know,
you don't count the characters, or that you don't count the lines.
I don't count the lines. I honestly, I think like one of them said one line at one point, and that was it. And I thought, are the other ones talking at all? I don't think they are.
Yeah, Ginger says, "Crumb cake, is that what you called him?" Yeah, so that's Ginger's line. And then Holly, Gretchen had, how long has this mailbox been here? Oi, where is Ginger? Excuse me, but do you have a letter in your bag addressed to dental resident Phineas Flynn? Ginger, sternly, we demand that you hand it over to us immediately.
You hand it over.
Holly, here we go. Holly, what about afterwards? Can we jump him and wrestle it out of his hands?
The one line?
That's the mailman's. That's when the Fireside Girls are trying to shake down Mrs. Ferguson, the mailman.
Yeah.
Mail person, mail woman, mail carrier, whatever you want to call the U.S. Postal Service.
Jump him and wrestle it from his hands. He's like, whatever it happens after I put it in that box, that's up to you. But
no, what she says, what Mrs. Ferguson says is, "Honey, what you do with your afternoon is none of my business." But yes, Gretchen, Ginger, and Holly had Ginger had multiple lines, and Holly had the one, so it counts.
Okay. But no Gretchen, no Ariel Winter. Even in the studio.
I thought I just said that she was.
Oh, you said Holly and Ginger had.
Okay, yeah, Holly and Ginger. Yeah, I maybe she was just there in. Yeah, no, she does have a line.
Yeah?
Yeah, Gretchen. When Isabella says, "Any questions?" and the line is, "How long has this mailbox been here?" and Isabella says to her, "Oi." So Gretchen did say, "How long?" Yeah, so she does have a. I just said that like 10 seconds ago.
They all sound the same to me. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Jeez, why do they, honestly, one person could have done all of the guest voices. There's no reason to have everyone come into the studio for this.
Man, if D. Bradley Baker could pull off that commission.
He could totally do it. I could see him doing it. You know who could do it? Oh, criminy. Now I'm having a brain fart. You know who I'm talking about, too. You know who I'm talking about. You know who.
No.
Yeah, come on. She's my favorite.
I'm going to make you struggle for it, but no. She's your favorite?
Hold on. You know who I'm
Ashley
talking about.
Tisdale?
No.
Ashley Eckstein?
Tara Crumb.
Well, yeah. Of course,
she can play every character there, and be distinct.
Hey, Tara Strong here, and you're listening to the Geekcast Radio Network.
Oh my God! Between Ginger, Holly, and Gretchen, they are all distinct voices. You just need to clean out your ears, old ass man.
I am old, but that has nothing to do with it.
No, it has everything to do with it because I clearly heard Gretchen, Holly, and Ginger as three separate voices, three distinct voices.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again. With
you're
that in mind, the fact that we have Ariel Winter and Diamond White and Michaela Z.
Mm-hmm.
Michaela Z is Ginger.
Yeah. See.
And Millie. It's just Millie. One of them? Who the hell's Millie? Millie's another one of them.
Yep.
Who's voiced by
Isabella
Murad.
Yep, never heard of that. No, never heard of her.
She is either.
Nope.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I recognize her.
From what?
Yeah, where do I?
Special Agent Oso, Private Practice, Criminal Minds, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I'm not going to go through her IMDb right now, but I recognize her from somewhere.
I clicked on her name from the Phineas and Ferb wiki, and it only lists these 6 things, and I only listed like 4 of them. Now you're gonna make me do it.
No, I clicked on it. I did. I don't see her anywhere. I mean, honestly, I don't see anything that I would recognize her from.
She's way too young. I mean, you may recognize. You watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, right?
No.
Really? I thought you were one of those people. Well,
I'm like, where do I recognize her from? The Wings Club, she's a voice.
Yep.
Special Agent Oso, she's a voice. Phineas and Ferb, she's another voice.
Yeah.
I mean, where do I?
Huh.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
This is IMDb. It should be a relatively complete list.
Yeah, and she's relatively young, so she's not going to have a hell of a lot of credits anyways.
Well, no, she was young 10 years ago when this came out.
Well, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, she
hasn't done anything since 2014.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She had a very short-lived acting career.
Just stop acting in 2014? That's a shame.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Anyway, I don't know. Who cares?
Oh boy, folks. Oh boy.
I don't know.
All
so
right.
what are we looking at here? I mean, this is an average type of. You know, I don't even remember what the A story is about. Something about like condiments or something.
Operation Crumb Cake. It was supposed to be Isabella and her feelings for Phineas. But because of the rewindinator or the retrogradinator or the retro undoinator, I'm sorry, Doof, that's one of your worst things ever.
Yeah.
You get a 2 out of 5.
Wow.
Yep.
That's brutal. But yeah, I'd probably go with a 2. This wasn't all that exciting for me.
Nope. Speaking of teenagers and emotions and pizza and everything else, we're going to get to the Mandace right after this.
I wasn't talking about emotions and pizza.
That's what happens in the
Which episode? The one we haven't talked about yet?
Yes.
Sure. That's the worst segue ever.
Gives you worst segue ever. Punch you in the throat with a segue.
37, 42, 74. Hi, guy.
Hey, I'm open.
Pizza delivery.
Huh? That didn't count. Pizza interference.
Pizza for Jeremy Johnson.
Sorry, dude, but we didn't order any pizza.
You didn't, but your girlfriend did. Yeah, that's some girlfriend you've got there. I'd say you're probably the luckiest man alive to have a girlfriend like that.
Wait a minute. You look familiar. Do I know you?
No.
You really look familiar. Aren't you?
No, just an average hamburger eating, football playing, punching, gaming boy. Boy spit. That's why I did that.
Wait, you're Gary Frank. You were the most popular senior 2 years in a row. Dude, you gotta join us for a pizza break. It'll be fun to catch up and talk.
Talk? Yeah, talk.
All right, folks, final cartoon episode of podcast episode 99 out of 100 and something. Mandace, Doof invents an innator to disguise himself as the local pizza delivery boy in an effort to get warm pizza. However, Candace gets hit by the ray instead and uses her new delivery boy appearance to find out what makes boys tick.
Yeah, because that's something that not many people know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, she is a teenage girl, they are teenage boys, and usually teenage girls and teenage boys, half the time they don't know what each other are thinking or what it means or whatever. Young love. Oh, boy. Somebody's shooting me now.
Every comedy is like based upon miscommunication, right?
Uh-huh.
It's like, how do you not understand? Oh, it's because we didn't talk. We don't know. You don't know what someone else is saying or how somebody else feels unless you talk with them about it. And you.
Uh-huh.
There you go. See? Why can't I get that out? It's because I'm not communicating very well.
It's not like he's done this for 16 years, folks, and he has, off and on.
I'm trying to remember. So the whole point of this nader here is that you can pick a disguise and it will disguise you. It's a like a holographic disguise.
Yep.
And there is a I'm trying to remember this. This is fairly common in sci-fi, and I'm trying to remember what they call it. It's like they don't call it a holographic disguise. It's called a.
It's a hologram.
No, it is. It's a hologram, but there's a word for it. And I'm trying to remember what it was, and I can't now. I'm just not having a good night as far as like remembering words and names, and I'm having a senior moment, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the one with brain damage, and he's having brain problems with his thinking.
You're clearly smarter than I am. So.
No, I'm not. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, I'm not saying the intelligence quotient isn't there. It's just that your brain isn't processing
not firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Whereas I am missing a cylinder. Never had it whatsoever.
The funny thing is I forgot about Tara Strong, and like I said, she's one of my favorite voice actresses, and the name didn't immediately pop off the top of my noggin.
And she's not even in any of these 4 episodes, and you still forgot her.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing is she's in like everything else, but she's like the Steve Bloom of female voice actors. She's in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we talking about? What?
Won't someone please think of the Wilson?
We're reviewing Mandace. Okay, that's right. There you go. I would catch up. I'd catch up eventually.
Oh Lord, the Pirates of Penzance. Oh my God, that's a stretch. The Pirates of Penzance reference. When Doof refers to himself as a modern guy when considering transformation into a major general, or a reference to the song Modern Major General from the show. Oh, good Lord. That's a reach, folks.
Because he's, oh, man. Yeah. I know the song, and it's I can't remember the words.
It's okay. We don't need the words. We can't use the words anyway.
Yes.
This is the 3rd time that Doof makes a fake version of himself, but it's the 2nd time that Perry is tricked by it. The other times were Leave the Busting to Us and Backyard Aquarium. So that's interesting. Well, I mean, he makes a, facsimile of himself all the time. I don't know.
Does he?
Yeah. Well, at least 3 times so far.
Okay.
And then,
Okay.
This episode, I don't know. It seems like Doof, I know the main juxtaposition of the episode is Candace wanting to get to know Jeremy and get to know what the boy thinks.
God, but it was so boring.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You know what girls don't understand is that there's not a whole lot going on up here, right? In my case, nothing at all. But it's one of those things like you know those memes where you got the girl lying in bed and she's like,
I wonder what he's.
I bet he's thinking about girls, right? Some other girl, and he's over there thinking about Transformers, or it's like there's not a whole lot there. Upstairs, right? It's like, it's not that complicated. We're not playing 3D chess over here in our head.
Yeah, but see, and again, folks, this is a purely male perspective between the two of us, obviously. So, if there are any female listeners who would like to debate this with us, you can comment on geekcastradio.com. But the thing of it is. The girls, like, I'm an overthinker, but man, Candace, I ain't got nothing on Candace, because damn, that girl
is overthinking.
Using her overthinkingness real hard.
Well, she honestly, if I were a girl and I got turned temporarily into a boy, the first thing I'd be doing is like checking out the junk, Like, whoa, I am fully functional. Like, Woof. But yeah, there's that.
Yeah, this episode.
Feel free to just cut that out, but honestly, that would be the first thing I would do. Would be like, oh hey, check that out. And vice versa. If I'm a girl, and I would, and if you're a boy, and you suddenly find yourself turned into a girl, the first thing you're gonna do is,
yes, Freaky
check
Friday.
out what's going on. Like, holy cow, look what I got.
Yes, Freaky Friday. We get it.
Yes.
Yeah, this episode lost me. Not even Doof and Perry could save this from a 1.5.
There was a Velociraptor involved. I mean,
if it ain't a T-Rex, it don't matter.
But yeah, so the whole point was, she suddenly finds herself as a boy, and she wants to talk about boy stuff with boys, and the boys are basically sitting around burping and farting at each other.
Yep.
Honestly, that's about as deep as you're going to get.
Yep.
I would say I don't see how we get through a conversation without discussing burping and farting at least once, but we do. Like, if you go back at each episode, I bring up fart jokes at least once per episode. Yeah, I mean, potty humor's my favorite type of humor.
Yep.
I would have a hard time getting through a complete conversation without talking about poop at least once.
At least once.
Especially with the pizza delivery guy, because I would totally talk about poop with that guy.
Alrighty then.
Yes.
Whoops. See,
exactly.
That was for effect, so that's staying in. I'm not editing that out, and that took me like 10 seconds to come up with.
Oh my gosh, we got to get Maurice LaMarche in here.
Oh, I can add him in post. That's nothing. I can add Yakko's or Wacko's burps. That's easy. That's not music. That's just vocal.
He's a master.
Vocal. That's right.
He's got it down. He's a professional burper.
The secret to the burp. Do you guys know I burp professionally, and that I supplied the burp for Elf when Will Ferrell drinks the bottle of Coke?
Really?
And I did all the singing burps on Animaniacs for Wacko. It's not a real burp. It's an effect that I do, and I don't know quite how to explain how to do it. It's just that I kind of turn my tongue inside out, and then I do like a deep glottal rasp while I turn the tongue inside out, and it sounds something like this. Actually, it sounds exactly like that.
Absolutely. Anything else on Mandace and her? Whatever.
I don't know. I'm leaning toward a 2. I just wasn't. I wasn't amused. I guess it was. It wasn't all that great.
Yeah. No.
I was confused by like the placement of these. Apparently, they're in the wrong order because they moved some things around because of Father's Day or something happened.
So, yeah, but you got to remember, though, our podcast placement is how Disney Plus has them in order.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so the order that you see on the wiki, so the way the wiki goes for...
air date.
It goes by air date. It does not go by production. So, where is the freak? So Father's Day, and then you got Imperfect Storm, Return of the Rogue Rabbit, It's No Picnic, Clint Balloons, and then Operation Crumb Cake. Operation Crumb Cake and Mandace luckily fell back to back because they aired on the same day, which I find interestingly weird that they aired them on July 14th of 2014 for Disney XD, and then the Disney Channel air date was February of the next year, February 27th. That was weird.
That was weird.
Yeah, folks, if you are watching this on Disney Plus, that's the order that we're going in. So as long as you're watching on Disney Plus, you should have no problem. And yeah, Mandace.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It could have been better.
And I don't think it's just because we're men that we're not.
Do you think women would find this episode more entertaining?
I don't know. That's what I'm hoping people write in or call in or whatever. Yeah. You can send either audio or written feedback to feedback@geekcastradio.com. Let us know. Are we wrong about the Mandace episode? Is the way that Candace is being portrayed too over the top? Is she not over the top enough? Which I think she's too over the top. And she is way over. Like I said earlier in the episode, I overthink a lot of stuff. But this level of overthinking about I don't overthink this much about girls. That's just not Candace is, as we all know, very obsessive.
Yeah.
So I think, unless you have anything else, I think we're going to go to a quick ad break. Did you have anything else?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
You're going to hear some, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. You're going to hear some podcast ads and some other stuff, and we're going to come back to close the show right after this.
Hello, geeks and geekettes! Looking for a podcast that covers a vast array of topics? Then check out Altered Geek Unleashed, where we discuss our thoughts on this week's geeky news, tech, gaming, television shows, movies, cartoons, comics, and more. So, get altered, get geeky with the Altered Geeks. Every Friday on the Geekcast Radio Network.
Are you missing entertainment in your life? Welcome to Captain Ruggles Gaming. Whether it's guides, roleplay content, or our shenanigans with our collaborations with the 20 years standing strong Fart Clan, also known as Fast Action Response Team, or the Wrecking Crew, we have something for everyone. So join us when we traverse the cosmos of space games, survive the undead in zombie games, or just having fun in first-person shooters or random indie games. Visit us now at geekcastradio.com and youtube.com/@Captain Ruggles, or Google search Captain Ruggles Gaming. It's game time, and I'll see you out on the battlefield.
Do you know John Hyatt songs?
Maybe you know them from being covered by Roseanne Cash, Three Dog Night, the Neville Brothers, Emmylou Harris, Eric Clapton, B.B. King, Jeff Healey, Bonnie Raitt, or literally hundreds of others.
Maybe you have some of his albums on your shelf, or in your cow-horned Cadillac right now.
I'm Jesse Jackson.
And I'm Sylvan Groff.
And we're going to dive in from A to Z. Join us on the Perfectly Good Podcast.
We're going to discuss all of your favorites and uncover some forgotten gems, from Aces Up Your Sleeve to Zero House.
Rate and debate every John Hyatt song on the Perfectly Good Podcast. Have a little faith.
It is a world transformed, where things are not what they seem. Transformers!
Want to learn a bit about the Transformers? Think you know everything about Cybertron, but are looking to learn a little bit more? Enroll today at Transformers University Podcast. Each episode will tackle a piece of Transformers history, starting in 1984 and marching our way up to today. Hosted by me, Anthony Brucali, 3-time Emmy Award winner and consulting producer on Netflix's The Toys That Made Us, and lifelong Transformers fan. We'll go on a journey through cartoons and comics, toys and movies, and all the weird esoterica from around the world, chronicling the adventures of everyone's favorite robots in disguise. Listen to Transformers University on iTunes, Google, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Transform and roll out!
On the Simplistic Reviews podcast, we talk movies. We talk TV. We talk...
Hello, Julie, what the heck are you doing?
Trying to make our spots sound more exciting by adding explosions.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could have got the point across with sound effects, not the real thing. Car.
Download this show on iTunes or at simplisticreviews.blogspot.com.
I'm sure your insurance company will cover that.
No, they won't.
No, they probably won't.
Hi, Mr. Platypus.
Close that. Close this. All right. Are you done oogling your jelly beans? Can I go through the outro now?
Yeah, I'm not eating anymore. I had 4. That's enough for me for right now.
Oh my god.
Tasty.
No. Just fucking no. All right, folks, we're back here on the 99th episode of the podcast organization without a cool acronym. We started this show back in 2016, I think. I don't remember. It's been too many damn summers since then, since we started it. But
we took a little break.
Took a little break, like a 3.5-year break. But we are rapidly coming up on the end of the podcast, and I think I did this in episode 98, but I'm going to do it again here to give everybody a little preview. Like I said, next time we got Tales from the Resistance, the Return to the Second Dimension, and then we are doubling up a couple of ones to get through those. Return to the Rogue Rabbit, Live and Let Drive, Lost in Danville, and the Innator Method will be 101. 102 will be Act Your Age, since that's a full-on one double episode, and that's the future episode. And then Phineas and Ferb Save Summer, along with Night of the Living Pharmacists. After that, it's Star Wars, and then The Last Day of Summer. After that, we got Candace Against the Universe, and then we will do final countdowns for episodes and favorite songs, and we will wait until...
I thought there were a lot more episodes.
We will wait until the new episodes begin, because there will be a season 5. It is coming. We just don't know when it will be coming. And we will be waiting until... Well, is it next... Okay, well, I'm saying we don't know exactly... Yeah, we don't know exactly when next year. But we will also be waiting, because I don't do this Disney Plus. Come back next week to watch... I don't do that crap. That's not why I got into streaming services. I got into streaming services to binge watch. So, yeah. But that's what's coming up here on the podcast Organization Without a Cool Acronym. Any final thoughts on the episodes we talked about today, Michael?
You know, I thought I did, and I'm just, like I said, not firing on all cylinders tonight.
And he doesn't even sound like he's sick, folks. He sounds normal. Because trust me, as someone who was forced the sick podcaster over there to podcast when he's been sick, I know what he sounds like when he's sick. So that's going to do it for us. Thank you for joining us here on Palca. There's always get contact with us or leave feedback for the show. This is all brand new. This is newly written here. A little bit of old information, but some new information as well. Yeah,
a new outro?
Nice. No, not really. Just added in a certain thing since we finally added in a certain thing. Visit the website, geekcastradio.com, where you can listen to and comment on all of our content. Plus, we now have a brand new Fourth Wall store on the website. You can visit shop.geekcastradio.com to get all your GCRN merch right now. Like mugs and hats and t-shirts and neckties and whatever else. No 900 number needed. Just go to shop.geekcastradio.com and get yourself a cool hat today.
It is a cool hat. It's a cool hat.
Yeah, you'll have to let me know when you get it in the mail, because we were probably waiting to record episode 100 until you get it in the mail.
No. I haven't ordered it yet. I was gonna. I wasn't gonna do it that minute, but I will.
That was the point of the... Oh my god.
Oh, you wanted me to order it that minute.
I thought that's what you were doing. You're like, this is a nice hat.
I don't have my wallet here, all right?
Oh my god. Don't you use Google like everything else where all your stuff is saved and you can just instantly just type in your CCV and be done?
I'm way too I'm way too security conscious to put my credit card number in the browser and leave it there. That's insane.
You can send an email to feedback@geekcastradio.com. Please send us email about Mandace, folks, in case we got it wrong.
Yeah, and let us know if you would do anything other than sit in your room and play with your holographic dong for the entire day, because, let's be honest. That's exactly what would happen.
He knows I'm not going to edit that out. Here are all the ways you can listen to us nowadays. Apple and Google. Well, you can't do that
Dare you
anymore.
not to?
Oh yeah, no, that's staying in. Here all. Oh God, that's a bad joke. Holy shnikes! Here all. Wow. Oh God. Here are all the ways you can listen to us nowadays. Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify. You can leave us reviews and comments and other things on those various platforms as well as any other podcatching client you choose to use. You can follow us on Twitter at Geekcast Radio for the network. I am at TFG and Mike. You can become a fan on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Geekcast Radio Network. Send all hate mail to Pecan Crumb Michael at Pecan Crumb Michael at geekcastradio.com. I'm going to have Steve make that email address right now.
I have an email address? Holy cow.
Probably. I don't know. You might. I don't remember.
Wow. I feel special. It only took 20 years.
I did not. You probably have had one. You just didn't know about it.
I didn't know. Nobody ever says email. I don't care.
Well,
Nobody cares about me.
Could be that one listener, that one viewer that, where's Roll to the Rescue Bots? We need that show.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
I would be so pleased to bring that back. Aiden is like 13 years older now. He would be so pleased to bring that back.
Would he really?
Probably not. No. I can't imagine.
I would think he grew out of that by now.
You know, for his 18th birthday, we had family and friends over, and I played the role of the Rescue Bots. At least, you know, the parts that were particular to him. You know what else I played was the Greg Berger voice thing.
Oh yeah, I just saw that clip the other day.
Did you? Oh, I played. Why Aiden and Gavin hurt my nose?
That's right.
Yeah, I played that for everybody, and it's like, who's that? Why did he say their names? And I'm like, dude, it's Greg Berger. Is it the name? It's the guy who did the voice for Grimlock. Come on.
Yeah. As much as you teach your kids the right way, sometimes they don't remember.
Well, no, I mean the kids know. I'm talking about family members who don't.
Oh, the family
understand
members.
Okay,
no,
they don't know.
They don't know who that is.
They're not gonna know they're Greg Berger from their Steve Bloom. Yeah, but
and Steve Bloom didn't even do Grimlock.
No. I'm just saying they're not gonna know which voice actors are which.
Yeah, that 4 seconds of fame right there.
Here's a question:
Yes.
Is Geekcast Radio going to have a Blue Sky account?
I think we do.
Really? I was thinking about making the change, and I haven't pulled the trigger yet.
I do. I've got TFG and Mike at. Well, it's not at. It's
like
TFG and Mike bsky.social. That's so stupid. Like
it is, yeah. You think make it easier?
It's like, yeah, like why can't you people just make it easier? But let me look really quick. geekcastradio.bsky.social.
So I was thinking about doing it, but I didn't want to do my full name. I didn't want to go Pecan CT Michael. If I did it at all, I'd probably change it to Pecan Michael. But then I'm thinking, maybe after 20 years, I should change it to something other than Pecan. Because that's kind of.
Well, you could just do PCT Michael.
I really don't like that either.
Well, then just do it as the full thing. It's fine. That's what you're known as. Like, I mean, not that I don't think you can't change your identity or whatever and come up with a new name, but I mean,
but it's like Pecan. Well, what's funny is I stopped doing Pecan CT Michael for everything but Twitter. I think now I'm doing Pecan Michael for other like Discord and my gaming services and things like that. So I just go by Pecan. And that's fine. I mean, it's not really indicative of my personality or anything. I mean, it's just the name of the street I used to live on.
Yeah.
And I was really lazy and didn't want to think up of a different name. It was just, Pecan Court. Pecan Court Michael.
It works.
Yeah, sure, why not? And like I said,
It's
I'm being
you. It's
lazy.
still Ian. Yeah.
It's still me, yeah. But again, Pecan Michael. I'm thinking about joining Blue Sky as Pecan Michael.
Okay. There
I'm
you
just
go.
not sure if that's the direction I want to go in, or if I want to try a different name. Or, I mean, like I said, 20 years. It's been a long time since I've had that same handle.
Yeah, exactly. You got to go with tradition, man. You can't buck tradition.
Well, if it was a good tradition, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make any sense anymore. I haven't lived on Pecan Court in 25 years.
But, like, unless, which you did just tell people that it was your old street, doesn't matter. I mean, we can have a Pecan Court with a bunch of knights and round tables and everything else, and Bob's your uncle. You got your whole medieval pecan pie court stuff. Come on, man. It works.
I don't think it does. I don't think it does.
Okay, now taking name suggestions. Pecan Court Michael at geekcastradio.com.
Yeah.
But seriously, folks, feedback at geekcastradio.com if you want to suggest a new name for Michael if you've been listening to him for the last 16 or so years that he's been doing stuff with us.
Yeah,
Man, it's going to be weird. Don't do that. Don't change it.
Don't change it. I don't know.
Weird.
I'm of the opinion that change is bad, but I do prefer Pecan Michael to Pecan CT Michael, just because if I'm telling people, like, how do you, what is it? Is it CT? What does that even mean? Is that like SEETEE? What do you?
That's why I say Pecan Court. Well, I don't. Yeah, I always say Pecan Court because I know
Even
what it
Pecan
is.
Court. Yeah, I mean, you know what it means. It means CT is court, right?
Yeah.
But it's like a cul-de-sac. But
yeah,
because I lived on a cul-de-sac.
Exactly.
But not everyone's going to catch that. Brian Kilby
Mm-hmm.
asked me like where I lived in Connecticut exactly, and I'm like, I don't live in I don't live in Connecticut. I live in I live in Chicago. It's not nowhere near Connecticut. What made you think I lived in Connecticut? He's like, well, your name is Pecan CT. It's Connecticut. I was like, oh my god, he's right.
He's right, but
where is it? You can't Google Pecan, Connecticut. It's not going to fly.
We'll have to figure that out after the show. All right. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Palca. Wish you'll join us next time for the 100th episode with Tales from the Resistance, the return to the second dimension. Dun, dun, dun. For now, I am TF2 and Mike with
Michael Wilson.
Thank you for listening. Until next time. Oh, yeah. And unleash the geek in you.
Oh, yeah. The other funny thing is Perry could not find his entrance. Could not find an entrance to his lair.
Wecklum Gynats?
What does that mean?
Exactly my point. What does our Welcome Giants banner actually say?
Oh, yeah, sorry, we spelled it phonetically.
No, you didn't! Phonetically, it spells Wecklum Gynats. Come on, guys. This is our only chance to make a good first impression.
Well, okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry. You caught me in the middle of a wiki search here.
Alrighty then. This is netted point, Mike, in the future.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, I got jelly beans. Forgot I had these. Nice.
How old are they? Don't eat them if they're more than a week old.
No, they're left over from Halloween. Yeah.
Oh my god, throw those out.
No.
Dude.
No, how long do you think jelly beans last? I mean, honestly, they've got like huge jelly bean displays at stores where, I mean, they've got to be in there for months. I mean, it's just because I've got some
and that's
Halloween
why nobody buys them.
Jelly beans. Oh, man, they're delicious.
Dude, no one is buying that candy that's in the self-serve thing, like at the movie theater. Nobody's buying that at grocery stores. That just sits there. They don't refill that. Like,
no, I wait for it to go on sale. These Jelly Bellies, they were on sale half off day after Halloween.
But you're not eating them until now. It's November 21st. Halloween was like 3.5 weeks ago.
The jelly beans go bad in 3 weeks?
Let's find out.
They're fine. You know, I will eat them, and I will let you know if I get some type of weird intestinal tract disease.
Click. That's what it's gonna fucking be. It's gonna be. I choked on the jelly bean, and oh my! Sorry, Mike. Gotta go. Bye. Click. All right.
Oh no! Oh shit! I already opened these. They probably stale. Let me try one.
Don't eat it.
Oh, that one was orange flavor. What's this one? Grape soda flavor. I'm totally eating this.
Jelly Belly jelly beans have a best before date on the package and shelf life of at least one. Oh God.
1 year.
Okay, well you should be fine. 1 year. What the fuck?
Yeah, they're immortal. These are immortal.
Well, okay, fine.
Witness me.
No.
Oh, that's good. I do love jelly beans.
Oh my God, dude. No. Just freaking no.
There's not really any more. That's about it.